MMA Locker Room here with Tony Picks, and we're about to go over this week's fight that's going to finish and fight that's going to go the distance. Giving you guys the best UFC overs and unders and bet these fights and give you guys the best numbers. Now look, if you guys want my premium picks, my exclusive picks, exactly what I'm betting on, fight by fight, round by round, underdog and everything like that, only thing you need to do is hit up our premium pick tabs right there. Last week coming off of a heater, can't complain, but if you guys want to get my 3-day pass or anything like that, that's where you guys need to get in touch with me. If you guys want anything more, this is what you need to stay and listen to. Look, we're going over every single fight, man. I'm giving you my best prediction. And predicting if it's going to fight, it's going to finish or go over the unders. Some fights might be at 2.5 rounds or under 2.5 rounds. But always, I'm going to let you guys know if I think it's going to finish or go the distance and give you guys the best betting odds, okay? I'm back, man. Let's get it started. First fight of the week. Juliana Miller taking on Ivana Petrovic. Ivana Petrovic is going to be the favorite in this one, -2-1. They have the over 2.5 set at a -230. Under 2.5 plus money 175. The reason why is because women fights are usually always chalked to go to the distance in here. In here, I think that Ivana Petrovic is going to try to implement her wrestling. She's going to have the better striking ability. But Juliana Miller, she does have an advantage in the submission game. I think the over 2.5 is going to be in play. I think this one hits. Fight's going over 2.5. I can see it going to the distance in this one. Next fight taking place. Thomas Petersen taking on Miesha. Thomas Petersen is a slight favorite on there. Slight favorite, yeah, right. -265 on the books, folks. But the over 2.5 rounds is only at a -166. Check this out, though. Miesha, he doesn't have that type of style that can stop a takedown if it's life dependent on it, folks. I think Thomas Petersen is going to implement the wrestling in here, but I think it does go over 2.5 rounds because I could see him kind of just laying on Miesha, not able to get the ground and pound, not able to get the submission in here. So I do think the over 2.5 is in play, and I like the favorite in that spot. All right, man, next fight taking place. We got a good one, man. Gaston Bolaños taking on Quang. Gaston Bolaños going to be the favorite in here, -135. The over 2.5 is going to be at a -160. Under 2.5 is going to be like at a +130. So in here, you got a talented striker in Gaston Bolaños. And then you got a striker who can throw and counter with power with Quang. He got finished in his last fight, okay? The over 2.5 is at a -166. I don't think this one's going the distance, folks. I'm playing this one not going the distance. Let's get the plus money in here. Next fight taking place. Marina Rodriguez. She's taking on Julian Robertson. Julian Robertson is a big favorite in here. -3-1 favorite in here. She's on a 3-4 fight win streak right now in the division. Marina Rodriguez is 0-2 in her last fight, in her last couple of fights. But Marina Rodriguez is a talented striker. Julian Robertson's going to go out there and try to get the takedowns, try to get you down to the ground. They got the over 2.5 set at a -245. Man, so I think Marina Rodriguez, if she doesn't able to get if she stuffs Julian Robertson's takedown, she might be able to win. Especially the striking battle. That's where she shines at. Julian Robertson, you think she's gonna be able to get Marina Rodriguez down and submit her? I think this one's not going the distance, folks. All right, so I like this one not to go the distance. It's plus money, okay, because the under 2.5 is at a +185. Don't know if it goes under 2.5, but that's the numbers for that. So fight not going the distance in this one, man. I'm betting on violence tonight in that one. All right, man, next fight taking place. Ryan Loder taking on Azamat Bekoev. Azamat Bekoev, big favorite on the books, -4-1. Over 2.5 is going to be set at a -120, numbers that I like. Taking on Ryan Loder. Ryan Loder, +320 on the books. He's a wrestler, won the Ultimate Fighter competition. Now I think this is his first UFC fight, making his UFC debut. Minutes won with him. That's where it's going to be done on the mat. With Azamat Bekoev, man, he likes to get his opponents out of there before it goes to the scorecards. And here, let's see. Bekoev might be able to knock out Ryan Loder. If he's not, then this one's definitely going over the 2.5. Not the solid read on this card. On this fight, on this card. But just looking at it, I think this one's going over 2.5 rounds. Give me the over 2.5 rounds in that one. If not, man, Bekoev's going to knock dude out real quick. That could be something too as well. But give me the over 2.5 in that one. All right, man, next fight taking place. Yana Santos taking on Miesha Tate. Miesha Tate, minus 142 on the books. The over 2.5 set at minus 395. Yana Santos, plus 120 on the books, all right? Yana Santos looked good in her last fight out against Chelsea Chandler. Miesha Tate's a girl that's going to win minutes on the mat, okay? This one's going the distance, folks. Yeah, that's why the over 2.5's at a minus 4-1 favorite in there. If it doesn't go the distance, that would be like Miesha Tate taking her down and submitting her early on. But I don't see that happening, even though Miesha Tate did get the submission in the last fight out against Julia Avila. That was later on in the fight. In here, but yeah, I think this one's definitely going the distance in this fight. Next fight taking place, we got a violent one. Jeremy Stephens taking on Mason Jones. Mason Jones minus 570 on the books. The under 2.5's at a minus 135. The over 2.5's at a plus 105. Folks, this one's going under. Play the under in this one. Bet on violence tonight. Jeremy Stephens is back in the UFC. Former UFC fighter. Got wins in the BKFC promotion. Mason Jones is back in the UFC. Went on the local regional scene. Got some wins back. Now he's back. But yeah, man, I think one of these fighters are getting finished. And yeah, that under 2.5, I'll play that number right now, folks. Let's play the under in here, man. Bet on violence tonight. All right, next fight taking place. Cameron Smotherman taking on Serhiy. All right, man. Cameron Smotherman is going to be the underdog in this fight. And they got the over 2.5 set at a minus 180. Under 2.5 at a plus 145 in here. And here, I think this one goes to... I think this one hits the over 2.5. All right, folks. Yeah, I can see this one going over 2.5. And probably going the distance as well. All right, yeah, it's hard to kind of predict because Cameron Smotherman does have the knockout ability, and sometimes he has been finishing fights. Serhiy does give fighters that fight that they want, you know, with striking and stuff like that, so he can get knocked out too. But yeah, I can see the over 2.5 taking place in that one. All right, next fight taking place, we got Montel Jackson taking on Daniel Marcos. It's going to be a good one in this one. Both these guys are talented fighters. Whoever wins in here, their name's going to move up in the ranking in the division. 17-0 Daniel Marcos, plus 160 on the books, taking on Montel Jackson. 198. I think he has like 14 wins, only 2 losses. Fast, talented striker out there, and he has power in his hands. The over 2.5's at a minus 230, and that's crazy because Montel Jackson usually finishes a lot of opponents. That lets you know they got respect for Marcos in there. I'm betting on violence in here, man. To me, these are too good of a fighters to where I don't think they're gonna let the scorecards of the judges finish it out and let their fate be determined by them. So give me the fight not going the distance in here. I'm betting on violence. All right, man. Give me 1 minute before I go over the last picks, man, because I just seen a line switch and I got to put this bet in real quick, man. But before we do that, I need you guys to do me one thing. Smash the like button out there for me. Tell me who you guys are planning on betting on this week's card and everything like that. Santiago Ponzinibbio is the favorite in this one. He's taking on Daniel Rodriguez in this one. The over 2.5 is going to be at a minus 238. The under 2.5 is going to be at a plus 180 in this one. All right, man. Daniel Rodriguez on the fight card. Let's go. Let's see what we got in here. I think both these guys are going to stand out there and strike out there. Daniel Rodriguez, he usually wins his fights by decision. Santiago Ponzinibbio, same thing as of late, you know. But then he has that one-punch power that can knock anybody out. Then he has a chin to where if he gets touched right, he can be knocked out in here. The over 2.5's, minus 230. I could see this getting there. Both these guys are durable enough in their career. I don't think they're going to go just all out in here in a war, you know. So give me the over 2.5 in that one. All right, man. Co-main event, Reinier taking on Bo Nickal. Minus 340 for Bo Nickal. They got the over 2.5 at a minus 105. Under 2.5 at a minus 125. Let's see. I don't think this one's going the distance, okay? Yeah, I'll just play it like that. I don't know if it's going under 2.5, but I don't think this one's going to the scorecards in here. I think Reinier has that finish ability with his submissions in any fight. I think Bo Nickal,
he has that finishability too, because Reinier stands out there and keeps his hands low and can't strike. So in here, if they can put together a game plan and stuff down some takedowns and make Reinier get tired by like the second round, Nickal could just go out there and maybe just hit him with a couple of hits, get him down, you know. So in here, I don't think this one's going the distance. Next fight taking place, Cory Sandhagen taking on Deiveson Figueiredo. Cory Sandhagen's a big favorite in this one, minus 500. Over 4.5 is going to be at a minus 230. Under 4.5 is going to be at a plus 180. It's a 5-round fight. I think this one's going the distance. Cory Sandhagen, that's usually how he wins majority of his fights. Deiveson Figueiredo's a durable fighter as well. So I think this one's going to the scorecards. All right, man. This has been MMA Locker Room, and we just went over all the fights that's going to finish, the overs and the unders, and gave you guys the best bets for the best numbers. MMA Locker Room here, part of Tony Picks. If you guys want my exclusive picks for the package on UFC or anything else, hit us up on the premium pick tabs. See you guys next week.